Good morning, crypto degens. How are you doing this fine morning? I'm doing good myself. So AI plus stablecoins equals the future of finance. Everything automated. No banks, no people, nothing going on in the middle. Very, very cheap. I mean, how are they going to make any money this way? Let's check it out. So market's down slightly, 1.3%. Bitcoin's down 1.1%. Just kind of going up and down, up and down. Let's check out the news. Cryptos Are Us says AI needs money and this is the rail. 𝗃𝗲𝗿𝗀𝗃 said the next generation of blockchains is being built for something most people aren't pricing in yet. AI agents doing economic activity non-stop. He's talking billions of agents paying each other, settling trades, coordinating work 24/7. There's really no alternative to stablecoins that can handle the pace right now. No banking hours, no batch settlements, no legacy rails. This is why Circle is focused here. My brother did the website for Circle. Stablecoins aren't just a better payment app. They're becoming the financial layer for machine-to-machine economies. So yeah, like he's just saying, basically, we're not going to need... I mean, everything that's being done, the way it's been done up to now is just terrible. It's just slow. It's expensive. It's outdated, basically. It's outdated. Now we can use blockchain. Since we value the blockchain, since we value... the blockchain is a database, right? But since we're valuing it and we're giving it value, then we can use it. We can use it to make payments, transfers, stable coins. And then we can use AI to automatically do everything. There doesn't need to be anybody attending to you at all. You can automatically do things, a lot of things automatically without AI, just through blockchain, just sending payments. But putting the two together is really quite explosive, although it's kind of, kind of concerning. You don't want AI totally controlling everything because you need some kind of oversight. You need people checking like what's going on. I'm sure there's a lot of nefarious stuff could go on like that. A lot of nefarious stuff already goes on in government corruption, as we've seen recently, but it could be even worse. So Paul Barron says, the World Economic Forum hates BTC. Good to know we have enemies out in the open. The governor of the Bank of France clashed with Brian Armstrong, arguing that Bitcoin is fundamentally flawed because Bitcoin has no issuer. The WEF released its Global Cybersecurity Outlook report, which painted the crypto industry as a major vector for cybercrime. We all know this is total nonsense. Total nonsense. I mean, people can use blockchain, you can actually track all the transactions, unlike people paying in cash. So it's kind of nonsense. The shift. Discussions moved away from Bitcoin as an asset class and towards tokenization of real-world assets. The criticism here was subtle but effective. WEF panels effectively argued that Bitcoin is obsolete 1.0 technology, and the future belongs to regulated blockchains controlled by traditional banks that settle in tokenized dollars, or CBDCs, not decentralized cryptocurrencies. They want to keep control. The whole idea of crypto is that the people have the control. Well, the people have the control. There's no one person that controls. But, you can control your own money, not the bank. And the people need to accept crypto for that to happen. If we need to rely on the banks and the financial institutions and the governments to make crypto legit, then it's like they're just going to take the power. They're going to take the power. Okay, we're going to have crypto, but we're going to have it on our terms. And I think, if that happens, we're kind of losing the plot. I mean, we want adoption, and we want everything to be legal and have some regulation, but we want it to stay as something for the people, not for the governments, not for control, not for institutions. Mr. Crypto Whale, big banks are in full panic mode. Eric Trump says they're pulling every string possible to block crypto laws. Why? Because the last thing they want is people having control over their own money. They're scared, and it shows. Yes, well, that's what I just said. They want to keep control. They want the government to pass laws that will give them control, and that's not what we want. And actually, I saw in a video, I saw on Crypto Banter, I don't have a post here, that they said that they took the clause of not being able to pay interest on stable coins, not being able to pay fees on stable coins. They took it out of the Clarity Act bill. And if that's true, that's great. If they can pass it like that, for me, that would be great. Bitcoin news. Congress is working very hard on crypto market structure legislation, Bitcoin, all of them. This is Trump at Davos. he repeats that the U.S. is committed to crypto. They're committed to getting the regulation out, committed to U.S. being the crypto capital of the world. So that's great. Good job. Good job, Donald. BlackRock likes tokenization because it improves their bottom line. Governments like centralized tokenization because it improves their surveillance. That's what we don't want. We don't want the CBCD or whatever it's called. We don't want the central currency. Latest from Davos, CZ says tokenization, payments, and AI agents are key future themes. We already mentioned that before. So I guess they're talking about AI agents again. I don't know, maybe the AI agents theme will pump. The narrative will pump again. Who knows? Everything will be on chain, according to this person at Davos. Don't know who it is. Symbiote. Breaking. President Trump says that the U.S. extracted 50 million barrels of oil from Venezuela in just 4 days. He claims the oil is already being sold to force prices lower, saying gas could drop to 1.99 per gallon. That's huge. Well, that's great. I understood that they need to redo the infrastructure of Venezuela to properly get out all the oil and sell it and everything. But it seems like things are going in the right direction there. That will be good for crypto. I have Venezuelan friends. They're very happy about what's going on. So great. Cryptos are us. This just turned into a real fight. Donald Trump filed a $5 billion lawsuit against JPMorgan Chase and Jamie Dimon, saying that they debanked them because of political motivation. They were cut off from the largest bank in the U.S., effectively locking him out of the financial system and pressured other institutions to follow. JPMorgan denies it. This is totally true. I mean, I don't have the facts, but I'm sure it's totally true because there was so much politics against Trump, especially in the first, when he was first president, and then the second time around he had more allies, more things under control. But yeah, I mean, Eric Trump wrote a book about how they were debanked. Everyone said, no, we're not going to do business with you anymore for politics. And so yeah, I mean, I hope they sue the crap out of JP Morgan and they get their money, because what they did was wrong. Bitcoin news. BitGo successfully IPOs on the New York Stock Exchange. BitGo is like some everything crypto company. It's in products. It has custody wallets, Go accounts wallets, hot wallets, cold wallets, trading, financing, collateral management, wealth management, off-exchange settlement, transfer agent, qualified custody, token management, staking services, etc., etc. So anyways, that's apparently a new IPO on Wall Street. More and more crypto is just going mainstream. It's going mainstream, and like it's like so low, nobody's buying it. Like nobody cares. Bitcoin therapist. People keep asking me how I can be bullish right now, looking at the Bitcoin chart with no bullish catalyst on the horizon. We got the new Fed chair in 4 months, much lower interest rates coming. Yeah, much lower interest rates with the new Fed chair. 2,000 tariff dividend checks. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. Supposedly it's going to happen. Clarity Act. I think that's going to be probably the most important thing, is a Clarity Act. Global liquidity is rising. Restructuring of global debt. Midterms are coming. 30% from all-time high. No blow-off top this cycle. It's just been kind of up and down. Altcoins have gone really low, of course. So, yeah, I mean, for the whole market, it's been very bad. But for Bitcoin, it's just kind of going up and down. And it really seems like a super cycle. It's not like a 4-year thing. Strategy buying billions weekly. That's not really good. I mean, I don't think they should own too much of the Bitcoin supply. Treasury companies buying ETFs on the most successful product. That's true. Banking industry offering yield. Okay, yeah. I mean, mostly just the liquidity, I mean, I'm no macro expert by a long shot, but just the lowering rates and all the liquidity that's coming in, and the Clarity Act. I think those are the biggest drivers. But the market just needs to become bullish. The market needs to be bullish because, I mean, look at everything that's happened. Look, I mean, it's just insane. All the adoption, the laws changing, everything is happening, and the altcoin market, just done nothing. AI will make you jobless. Crypto will make you not need a job. Buy and hold now, retire in a few years. If crypto allowed you to retire already, raise your hand. No, not for me. I got in 2021, and I was making some money. Then I lost it all because I didn't sell it, and I did a lot of dumb thing buying NFTs. Like everything was going up, and when everything goes up, you just feel like smart, or I don't know. I just bought lots of stupid things like horses and 𝘃𝗶𝗱𝗲𝐺𝐵 and just dumb stuff, and I lost most of it. And then since then we had a little run in 2023, 2024. I was up pretty good. I was up even more there. But then we went down and we crashed down again. So I definitely can't retire, but I'm buying more for the long term now. Not gambling as much. I still do have like Sonic and Gala, I'm afraid to say. And if we have a crypto run, I think they'll come back big time. But mostly I'm buying better tokens that are being used, like Chainlink and Sol. I bought Sol really cheap. Buying AVAX and Near has a lot of stuff happening. It's up there in terms of metrics. I don't think people know this. And Polygon also is up there in metrics, and it's low in market cap. So those are some of the coins that I'm buying. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, I'm just, I'm buying for long term. I think I'm going to start buying Ethereum. I never liked Ethereum because it was so expensive, but it's getting cheaper. It seems like it's getting a lot of use with our real world assets and that stuff. So yeah, I want to be more into stuff that's getting adopted, the safer stuff, as opposed to the riskier stuff. 𝘃𝗶𝗱𝗲𝗄𝐺𝗵𝗃 says Bitcoin is struggling to break 100,000. I'm expecting a potential reversal in the 75 to 80,000 K zone over the next 2 weeks. Not 100% sure though. Well, I hate when people make predictions because they're always wrong. But at least he says I'm not 100% sure. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. Yeah, if Bitcoin went down, no, that's not that low. I don't know. I don't think it'll go very much lower. I don't think it'll go much lower. I don't have any Bitcoin. I should have bought it at 18,000. I could have. But my experience was that altcoins moved up faster. So I thought I'm going to buy the altcoins that are so cheap. And a lot of them just did nothing afterwards. China just found $159 billion worth of gold. Remember, no one is going to find more Bitcoin underground. No, they're not going to find more Bitcoin, but you can make more coins like Bitcoin. So, if we're talking about just the brand of Bitcoin, the Bitcoin brand, the actual token, no, you can't make more of it. But there are other tokens, there's other cryptos, and you can make as many as you want. And money will eventually spread to other tokens. I still believe in utility tokens more than Bitcoin. That's just my take. Google search volume for Bitcoin is nearing 2023 lows. Retail interest is nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. That's fine. That just means stuff is cheaper. I'm going to keep buying the tokens that are being used, that are getting adopted, that RWA, where banks are using stable coins like Solana. I'm just going to keep buying the good ones. Breaking, Jim Cramer urges investors to step in and buy today. Major dump is coming. Reverse Cramer. Yes, it's possible. The House of Crypto, you need to think that gold rubbing shoulders with 5,000 and silver flirting with 100, that something obscene is just on the horizon. Yeah, if people have this much money to dump into metals, which, metals should have gone up a long time ago. I think they just took way too long to go up. Then at some point, that's probably going to rotate into crypto. I think. It seems to make sense, no? Bitcoin is going to have to melt faces, arms, legs, and entire bodies if it wants anyone to call it gold 2.0 after this rally. Holy shite. What an absolute melt up. Congrats to anyone holding shiny rocks. You deserve it. I used to have some. I only have 4 ounces left. I sold my silver a long time ago because I needed money for something else. And bro, Vic, the bull market is, this dude just bull posts. I like this guy. He seems like a cool guy, but I don't know if he ever posts anything of value. He just bull posts all the time. Once the market structure bill passes, trillions of dollars will flow into crypto. You aren't bullish enough. I'm very bullish, and I appreciate the low prices. I really do. Well, that's it for today. Hope you guys have a great day. If you actually watch this to the end, leave me a comment and say, hey, dude, I watched this to the end. And I will see you in the next video tomorrow. Since I missed 2 days, I'm going to make one tomorrow too. So I see you guys tomorrow. Bye.